everybody. Been a while. I've had a pretty busy summer, so not a lot of time to make videos. Pretty much every weekend we are out doing something, so I usually throw Monday through Friday, just, all my regular stuff, and then on the weekends is when I film my videos, so busy weekends, nice summer, didn't make a lot of videos, so sorry about that, but school's back in session. My weekends are freed up now, so time to throw some stuff, right? Today, I thought I'd throw a big bowl. I've been making some big bowls lately, and it's a lot of fun, so I thought I'd just throw a big bowl, show you how it's done. These ones, I had like 10 pounds left, so these are like 5-pound balls. Make a pretty big bowl. We'll see how big it gets. But yeah, enjoy. So yeah, we're just gonna throw some big bowls, have some fun with that. Throw a couple of 5-pounders, and then we'll see. I might throw a big 10-pound one or something, just for fun. Wouldn't fit in my kiln or anything, but it's just fun. Alright, I'm gonna throw these on a wooden bat, or a masonite bat, because it's gonna be hell to get off of the wheel. Anything big is, so throw it on a bat, that's the best option. Alright, so 5-pound ball of clay, just wedged. Slap it in the center. Get that nice and wet. Got some water in our throwing dish. Alright, let's see if we can do this, huh? I'm just sealing down the bottom edge of my ball so it doesn't come popping off. Go ahead and bring it up a bit. Just go ahead and cone up. Get it centered. Open this. Just going to use my thumbs to make a hole on the top there. And this is like right at the border of too much clay to use my thumbs, but I can use my thumbs for 5 pounds. Once I get over 5 pounds, I usually have to use my fingers to open it up. Just open it up, down. I'm trying to leave myself like a ½ inch so I have enough room to trim a foot into it. These usually shrink down right to 12 inches, which is the size of my wheel head. So they just barely fit on for trimming. I don't have any bigger bats to make my wheel head bigger for trimming big stuff, so I kind of have to keep it. If I'm going to trim it, I have to keep it about 13 inches, which is just a little bit wider than my bat head, and it'll shrink down to about 12 inches once it gets dried up a little bit. Okay, just compressing the bottom here. The big bowl, it's a lot of pressure on that bottom, so you gotta make sure you compress it really well, otherwise you're gonna get S-cracks and sometimes cracks up the side. You don't want it. So, bottom is compressed into open into a bowl shape in the bottom there. Now, let's see. Find my sponge. There we go. So now, this first pull is going to be into kind of a cone shape, just like a normal cylinder would be. I'm just going to put pressure from the outside with the sponge and kind of hook my fingers in the inside and pull up with my inner hand. Just putting pressure on the outside, so it's kind of like the opposite of a normal pull. And this just moves just a lot of clay up and into a vertical form. So just putting a lot of pressure on the outside, using my inner hand to hook it up. Just like that. Do that one more time because there's still a lot of bulk down there at the bottom. It's a good idea to go slow because you're moving a lot of clay. It's kind of high torque, so a nice slow go is the best in this case. I leave a little bit extra here at the top because you want that rim to be nice and sturdy and something big, especially if you go thinner on your bowl body. You want the neck to be nice and firm, or nice and durable. It's going to basically act as a support for the rest of the thing so it doesn't come flopping down. Okay. So now we've got it into like a cylinder. Start doing my V-pulls, which is just taking your what's basically a cylinder now, and you're going to start pulling it out into a V so that you can make it into a bowl shape, and then we'll lay it down with a rib. So this is just going to be, you know, a pull. Make sure you're all lubed up. Okay. Up into a V. Okay. Another one. Be sure to get down here at the corner here. I'm using a sponge. Sponge is a lot easier to work with larger amounts of clay. You don't have to, like, the larger amounts really take the slip off of your fingers, so if you can use a sponge you can get a lot more torque on your piece without catching a dry spot. You still occasionally hit a dry spot, but it's not nearly as bad as with fingers. See, there's a dry spot with the sponge. You just move the sponge. Alright. So now we're in our V. We got it pretty thin all the way down. And it's pretty even. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the straight edge of a rib here on the outside. Actually, I'm gonna cut the foot first. And I just use a triangle trim tool for that. Just take this buttress right off. Cut it just a little bit more there, just to thin out this bottom edge. Trim it up, get all the junk off of your wheel there. Okay, now with ribbing, it's really important to do it carefully. I don't know how to explain it. You want to really watch your pressures, because it's really easy to just go overboard and start pushing out too much from the inside and basically making your piece wobble down. It'll grab, catch. It's just bad. So use steady, even pressure, slow speed on the wheel. And it's not as much a pull as it is just evening out the thickness and the throwing lines. Once you get the outside nice and smooth, or even, I like to go in with my metal rib and just get it nice and smooth on the outside, because we don't really need to play with the outside much after this. We're basically going to lay it flat after this, and once it's down flat, you're not going to want to touch the outside because you're going to flop your bowl. So everything from here on out is just slow, steady movement of clay. Hand speed matching the wheel speed. Let's lay it down. There's some pretty good ribs out there for making bowls. I don't have any of them. I just use a standard half-round wooden rib. Looks like that. Kind of ear-shaped. One side is flat, the other side is round. It's got a steep angle here. It's got a sloping angle here. For the bottom I use the steep angle. Actually, I'm just going to take this slip out of the bottom. It's not going to do us any favors now. And when I first start to lay it down, I really want to touch up the bottom. Get rid of the beginner's hump down there if there is one. Really try to adapt it to the angle of this rib, because you want the inside of your bowl to be just one continuous nice curve. The angle doesn't really matter much. If you want a nice steep walled bowl, you still want a nice even curve all the way from the bottom to the top. So now, once you've got that, you just slowly work it up by pushing out. If you push out too much, the top will start caving in onto the inside. So you're going to make several passes here. And feel free to compress the rim if you need to, if you're starting to get some kind of like little wobble or something. Sometimes compressing the rim can help out, but to be honest, if you're this far and you get like a little wobble in the rim, you can finish out the bowl, and once it's done, no one can tell that there was ever a wobble in it. So now I'm gonna go from the top, and I just start at the rim there and start bending it over and work my way down, matching my hand speed to the wheel speed. Just working it. When you get down to that bottom angle that you made earlier, you stop, because if you cross over the middle with your rib on the bottom, it's going to dig into the clay. You're going to have a big mess on your hands. Okay, now I'm going to hold this with two hands, and I'm going to work from the bottom up again. And this just gives me extra leverage to push clay where it needs to go. So coming up, keeping that one continuous angle there. You can see the top is starting to want to cave in. Just keep going. Just keep going. And when you get to that rim, you can start peeling it back. That wobble will disappear. It's just the clay wanting to react plastically. So you push out, it's going to want to fold like a taco. So you just have to go slowly and don't bail unless it's. I mean, there's no reason to bail anyway, because there's no way you're going to fix a bowl that's flopped inside. It just, it doesn't work. So, once again, going from the top, and just laying it down. Just working your way down to the bottom. It's a very slow process with these big bowls. That's why you get the big money. So I don't think I've ever sold a giant bowl before. I've given away lots of giving away of my bowls. Final shape in here, and then we'll just touch up the inside surface with the metal rib. Alright, so that's a nice big wide bowl. It's about 13 inches across, I think. Let's get I got a little measuring stick here. I don't know how accurate it is. It's a Home Depot paint mixing stick, but let's see. Okay, we are at 12 and a half, which is perfect. I'll be able to trim it, so I don't need to go any wider. Alright, metal rib, it's just like touching up the outside. You just kind of lay it down, and you're not putting a lot of pressure on it, you're just removing the throwing lines. And since it's a nice gradual angle that's consistent, it's really easy to get the slip off and the throwing lines. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and clean up the wheel head. And since we left some thickness in the rim, we don't need to roll it. If the rim was really thin, you'd want to roll it out and down and around, just for strength. But we need a nice thick rim, we don't need to do that. Just chamois it, and there we go. That's a bowl. Yeah, let's grab this. Just give you a shot here. Nice bowl, nice even angle all the way down. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. So that is a big bowl. I'd say a fruit bowl, but it's a little big for that even. Use it for punch or something like that. But hey, it's a nice big bowl. It's even thickness all the way down. I'll go ahead and show you that. I'll cut this one in half if I can find my wire. Here it is. Alright. Now the whole thing's going to flop as soon as I do this, but give it a shot. Okay, there's the middle. Recycle that. There you see, nice even. It gets down here. It's a little thicker, but that's part of making a bowl. It needs to be thicker down here. Otherwise, the whole thing will flop. This will be taken care of during trimming. This will get trimmed down. The bottom is a little thin, but also I didn't quite get the wire on the wheel head there. But yeah, there you go. Big bowl, cut in half, destroyed. I know people love that. Love seeing that on the internet. Yeah, that'll be recycled, made into another bowl. Anyway, thank you for watching. If I do decide to do like a big 10-pound bowl, I will definitely record that and show you guys on my YouTube channel. I'll probably have to time-lapse that one just because I just told you everything you need to know, okay? You don't want to see that again. You just want to see the big bowl being made. Alright. Anyways, thanks for watching.